and welcome to another session, the first session of 2021 of Crafting with Cathy. Anyway, so we're going to talk about our craft for January. Here it is. It's this big snowflake thing. Isn't it colorful? Yay! So I am just going to show you briefly, because this, as you can, it looks really easy, how to make this. The craft kits for this, for teens, is going to be, they are going to be available beginning Monday, January 11th. And our curbside pickup hours, since we are still closed to the public, are going to be Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. So here's the video. You want a craft kit, show up at the library Monday through Saturday, 9 to 4. Give us a call at 760-839-5456 and be like, dude, I'm here to pick up the teen craft kit. I want to make a snowflake. I mean, you don't have to say it that way, but you can if you choose to do so. And we'll be like, great, how many do you need? You know, one for you, one for your brother, one for your cousin, one for your dog, I don't know. Let us know how many you want. We usually like to cap it at 4, just so that everybody gets one. But yeah, and we will bring out the craft to you outside on our little curbside pickup table. Okay, now on to the instructions for the craft thingy-madoodle. Okay, so you've picked up your craft kit. Here it is. Teen Craft! We always put the date on it just so you ever know where you are, what time it is. And let's look in the bag. There's not a lot in this month's bag, so yay, very exciting. So, you only have 3 things. You have some instructions, in case you don't want to watch this video, but if you're watching it, yay for you. The video is so much more entertaining. But just some basic instructions. And then also, of course, where you can find the video, because we put it up on all 3 of our social media platforms. So I don't need these, so I'm going to put those aside. And then you're going to get a piece of string so that you can, at one point, hang your creation wherever, from the ceiling or above the toilet, wherever you like to hang things. And then you're going to get 9 bags. You're going to get 3 bags of one pattern, 3 bags of another pattern, and 3 bags of a third pattern, so that you can make a fun, cool pattern for your snowflake. Yes? Excellent. And I did my nails. They look so beautiful. I want to make sure they look good for today. So, and then we're not including any glue or glue tape or anything in the bag. If you have this from our last 2 crafts, feel free to use it. It works great. If you have a glue stick from the last craft, use that. So you are going to need some type of glue. So the tape works, the glue stick works. If you got like just the regular white glue, feel free to use that. Just use a brush. You know, whatever you have on hand glue-wise, go ahead and use it. I might have to use this because I think this is almost run out. And then, of course, you need a pair of scissors. I have this giganto pair of scissors. Yeah. And then you're going to need to make a hole in the top. So I have a hole punch, so I'm going to use that. But when we get to that point, you know, you can always use something else, like a pencil or whatever, to poke a hole. It's up to you. But that's what I have. Okay. So first, what you're going to do is you're going to stack your bags in a pattern. So that, like, see here, you have like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You have a lovely pattern. And that's what makes this look really cool. That's why we're doing so many designs. And then you want to make sure that all of your insides face inward so that you don't have any on the outside, especially on the very last outside. That's always the best. So we're gonna, you know, you can decide, like I'm gonna put the white one in between the 2 darker ones because I kind of like that. That looks super pretty. And then you want to make sure like all the bags are facing up so the openings are at the top. All right. And you can glue them together this way. You can glue them like this. It doesn't really matter. If you want to do it all the same direction, go for it. But I'm gonna like this. So we have green, white, blue. Green, white, blue. Oh, be sure to turn that over. Green, white, blue. Okay, so we've got it in the pattern that we want to keep. Green, white, blue. Blue, white, green. You know what I mean. All of them are facing down, like all the bottoms are here and all the tops are here, because if you don't have the tops on the top, not going to work. Okay, so you have this nice little stack. You have your outside on your outside, your outside on your outside. Now what you're going to do is you're going to take this stack and you're going to glue, however you want to glue, all of them together in this stack, okay? So I'm going to start with my tape because that's what I have. So we're just going to flip this over. You can put the tape on this side, you can put the tape on that side, however you want to do it. So I would recommend you want to glue this part and then you want to glue this part. You don't have to worry about the flap that you see here. You don't want that to stick to that anyway because sometimes it restricts the movement of your snowflake. Because I didn't tape that when I did my sample, and I don't see an issue with it. If you want to try it and see what happens when you do that, that might maybe keep your snowflake a little tighter, but I'm not super worried about it. So we're going to put some tape just across here, and then we're going to put some tape down there, and then we're going to take this one and then we're just going to put it on top like so. I mean, try to get them as exact as you possibly can, but you know, if they're not perfect, that's perfectly fine. So we're just going to put some more tape on this side, put a little tape over here. Did that put, yeah, they put tape. Okay, we're going to flip it over, put it on top. So you're just going to glue all of these together. Have I run out of tape? I did, I think. Yep, I ran out of sticky tape, which is sad because I love this stuff. So we're going to move to glue stick. Should have brought another one with me when I came up today. But, you know, glue stick works just as fine. And if you know, you can always put more too, instead of just a line. If you also, like if your mom lets you use a hot glue gun, you can also use that. But I would only recommend using a hot glue gun if you possibly repeat this craft, but using like thicker like paper bags, because these are kind of thin and you don't want to worry about the hot glue being too warm or going through the bags. Yeah, because you can take any bag that you want or any bags and do the same trick. So you can always try it with different bags, or if they have handles on them, you can cut off the handles. Okay, all of them are stuck together. Yay, isn't that gorgeous? So now, just like you do a regular snowflake, you know, you fold a piece of paper, you know, you make cuts into the sides and then you shape the top. That's basically what you're going to do here. It just looks cooler because if you see here, I shaped the top and then I cut, you know, triangles into the sides. So you're going to decide what you want to do with the top. So the issue with this is these bags, it's really hard to cut all of it at once because it's actually quite thick. So the easiest thing to do is decide what you want to do and then cut like one bag at a time, and then use the previous bag as a guide, or you can cut two bags at one time. So I want to cut this here, this corner. I have these really big scissors. Sometimes they work really well and sometimes they don't. So if you'll notice, it's like, it's really hard to cut this. So, you know, this is one bag. Oops. Hopefully these don't. Is the glue drying? The glue is drying. Oh no! That's like so weird. Oh, it might just be me. Maybe I forgot to put glue on it. No one ever knows. We'll just put some more glue just for funsies. That's why I always use my glue tape, because I love it, but I ran out. Okay, so best idea take one bag or two bags, however you want to do it. Make sure you've got the bags. You know, hold them up or hold them together. Find what, and then cut, right? Oops, I missed the under, ooh, nope. And then grab like one, might run into your glue, but that's okay. Grab two more bags, you know, and just use this previous cut as a guide. And then just cut here. So you might just have to cut a few at a time. Plus you don't need to put a lot of glue around these areas anyway, because you're gonna cut. But, so yeah, just, that's the easiest thing to do is like cut the top one or the top two, and then use the previous ones as guides to cut the rest, because it's way too much to cut at one time. So, yeah, because I put too much glue in a specific spot, so now it's like cutting it weird. That's okay. So now we have a cut right there. So that's what you're just gonna have to do, is do it in pieces. Okay? And then, you know, shape your top however you want to do it, scallops or whatnot. And then on your sides, you don't want to cut into the bottom part where your bottom is. Where your bottom is, ha ha ha. You probably just want to concentrate on this stretch right here, because the further you get down, the harder it's going to be to cut, and you don't really need to make holes in that specific section. So just calculate here. Decide what you want to do. You know, little circles or triangles, anything like that. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and cut mine, and then we'll open the baby and see what happens. Okay. Here we go. Just going to keep cutting. Okay, so as you've all seen me gloriously cut fast forwarding stuff, here we go. We did the top, we did like a triangle and a curvy thing, and then over here we did two little triangles and like an inverted triangle or a backwards triangle. So exciting. So just so you know, like you saw me putting like glue all over it, but that's probably not necessary, because you notice that like this part probably needs glue, but this extra bit doesn't, because you're going to be cutting into it. So when you glue, you only kind of have to do really like this middle part, maybe like 3 fingers wide, about for me, because my fingers are big, and then the bottom. So you don't have to go super crazy with the glue. Okay, so now is the fun part. You ready? I don't think you're ready, but I'm ready. So you basically like see how it opens, because they're all actually like connected to each other with glue. See, isn't that so amazingly pretty? So basically you just grab this end. If you put it up on its side, that's the easiest way. So you want to bring this side over to this side like this. Take a look at your bags just to make sure everything's like, you know, connecting properly. Sometimes it helps to put your hands in the actual bags. But you want to bring these together, like so. And look at that! Uh-oh. That's not good. So this is why you do this first. You open it up, you bring them together, and this helps test your bag connections. So we noticed that one needs more glue for some reason. Everything else seems to look okay. You know, you don't need to pull on it. It's just paper. So, yeah. So, let's close it back up. And we are going to... excuse me. I knew these 3 pattern combination was going to look pretty. So, now we know this needs some more glue. This is kind of, again, why I like the glue tape. Or if you have like double-sided tape at home, that would probably be handy too. So we only need it like in the middle, right? Like this is good. Always good to pound on it. Makes you feel powerful. Okay. So, you know that it works. You've glued the one side that wasn't working. So you're gonna have to put glue on one of these sides so that you can connect them together, okay? So I'm gonna pick this side. So here we go, we're putting our glue. Oh, it's past Christmas, I don't know. Okay, so we've got glue on that side. So same thing, stand it up on its edge, bring them out, put your hands in, and then bring your other two bags together, your two outside bags, and then you have glue so that you can just push the connection together with your hands. That's another good reason to put your hands in the bag. Okay, and the glue is amazing. There you go. And then, yeah, some of these poof out more than others. There's our funny reverse triangle. Basically, it looks like a bow. That actually looks kind of cool. But then on other bags, it looks like this. Because of where your bag connection is. Oh, that's so fun. Anyway, aren't bags fun? So, here they are. See, if you notice, you don't really have to glue this part. It doesn't really detract from anything. But if you want to, when you glue them together, you can. That's up to you. Anyway, here we are. It looks beautiful. It looks lovely. So what you want to do is pick the design that you like the best, that you want to like feature, right? We have this green, we have this blue with the presents, and then we have these Christmas trees with white. I kind of like the Christmas tree myself, because then you want to know, you're like, oh, this is my favorite design, so I want to put the hanger here so that it's like right there in your face. But you're like, no, I like the blue one better. Oh, that's so pretty. Ooh, yeah, actually that's kind of better. Ooh, I like that. So, find the one that you want to put the hanger on. Here it is. Oh, look, because I left a little bit of the bag up. You have the top of the bag still there, so it looks a little like cool. If you have any of those like scissors that are the crazy scissors that have like the shapes, feel free to use those also to do like the ends of your bag. Again, it might be a little more difficult because cutting with that is hard. So here it is. This is the one that we want to use. You have your piece of string. Here it is. You just want to put a hole through here and then a hole through here. If you have like a masking tape or duct tape or any kind of tape, since this paper isn't like super thick, if you take a little piece of of masking tape, and you like say you want to put the hole right here, don't put it too close to the top. Put like a little piece of masking tape here, and then make your hole through that. Then that makes the hole a little stronger, and it'll tear less. So you can use a pen or a pencil or your scissors, anything you want. I have a hole punch here, so I'm going to use a hole punch. Flip it over because I prefer to do it that way, and then punch. Sometimes it doesn't go through the tape, but that actually is fine. It just makes it stronger. Another piece of little tape. Put it on the underside because we don't want to put it. Well, you can actually, if you want, you can put tape on both sides and then hole punch it. Then it'll be even stronger. So we'll do that. Put a piece on the inside. If you don't have this tape, any tape like this that you can use, that's fine. You can use Scotch tape if you want to do this. It's just really helpful to prevent the hole from tearing at any point, and then your creation falling to the floor. I don't know where it is on the other side. I think it's right about there. Yeah, that's about right. And then we make a hole. Just be careful if you're using something sharp like your scissors to make a hole. If you want to use your scissors, that's the pinching technique is always the best way. It's easier to do here because there's a crease already. Flip it over to show you. So instead of like, jamming a hole through something like that, this already has a crease to it. So another easy way to make a hole is to just fold it and then just cut. Then you don't have to poke. You just make a cut, and then it's not a hole, but it gets you started on making a hole that you don't have to worry about like poking your fingers or like stabbing something. Yeah, and then it's sort of a hole. It's good enough. This string is not very wide. Okay, so string in here, and then put the string through the little hole that you made here. Okay, and then here it is. You can just hang it anywhere you want, above your bed, in the bathroom, in the living room, wherever you feel festive. It's a little Christmassy still, but that's okay. Or if it's like you really like this, you can hang it up for a couple of weeks. If you're tired of looking at it, you can try like, maybe prying one of the bags apart if you want, or maybe like only keeping it together so that you can store it for later. If you want, like you want to use this again, or you want to bring it out next holiday, or you still want to keep it but you don't want to hold it. When you put them together, you've brought your two pieces of bags together with glue, right? If you don't want to do that, if you don't want to glue it finally together, and if you have like paper clips, you can always bring them together like this, with your hands, but no glue, and then just use a paper clip right here to secure them together, so that when you want to take it down and put it away to keep it, you can just take the paper clip off and then close it back up flat. So you can always do that if you want to not put it together indefinitely with glue. So, or like, glue sticks aren't super like, they're great, but they're not fabulous. You could probably just pull this apart, but you can use a paper clip if you want to do that. And yeah, so there it is. We told you in the beginning how to pick up your craft kit, and I think we have, you can even, there's a hole through, anyway, there it is. Monday, January 11th, you can pick up your craft kits, and while supplies last, I think we're going to have like 32 craft kits. And there it is. We'll see you next month in February, and I'm not sure what we're going to do, but I'm sure it'll be fabulous. See you later.